Welcome back to VIII, Chapter 2. We're now doing Part 7. Look! A ladder? I think it might be a watchtower. It certainly looks like it. You think that Hummel guy made this? No, this looks like it's been here since before we arrived on this island. But I think this was made long after the pirates came ashore here. Makes sense. The knots on these ropes are still holding. Does that mean other folks have been on the Isle of Seiren? I'm not sure. Let's scale this ladder and see what we can find, Mr. Kristen. What a view you get from up here. It's beautiful. Check this out. That sure is a lot of notes. Let's see. Been here 20 days already. Figured I should start searching the island instead of waiting to die. I believe this is the south side of the island. While walking through the valley, I was attacked in the fog by a creature I'd never seen before. Oh, remember that one? If you haven't seen that, please go back to Part 6. A fantastic beast. It reminded of stories I'd heard before. This part's all smudged. It's hard for me to read. Stories of terrible lizards from long ago. Ancient creatures called primordials. Primordials? What's that mean? Obviously based on context clues, it must refer to some kind of ancient creature. Afterward, I tried to go to the northern region of the island, but the path was difficult to traverse. Looks like whoever wrote this note signed it. Who's the author? I don't know, it's just the letter T. We don't know enough to say one way or the other. Well, I hope T is alive. I don't know, says Adol. If he's still alive, we might run into him eventually. It doesn't look like there's any other information here. Let's continue on our way, Mr. Kristen. I just love how Sahad plonks himself down when he's tired. Now in the background we see a new type of enemy, and there's the map with the watchtower construction. So this is one tower in our main quest. There's another tower and a close-up view of the area. So let's tackle this weird sunflower. Spawn or Spone, not sure. Wow, he packs a punch and he throws rocks at you. He's all over Adol. Hey, I'm taking a hammering here. Yeah, he knows how to attack. Here come the rocks again. I need to do some quick fixing up of Adol. Coconut to the rescue. And the ever-reliable Crewberry. Now let's see if we can't use some skills against him. Yeah, a new skill. Arc shot for Adol. He is sunflowering no more. But that was a good demonstration of a new area bringing new enemies, and some of them are definitely a bit of a level up. Talking of leveling up, Sahad is now 17. This is our map position now, and if we take a closer look, you can see that there is a boulder which we cannot yet remove, so we can't get through there. These maps are honestly incredible. Whoever designed them, they have my admiration, but also occasionally frustration. They are not meant to be simple and straightforward. We've come back down into this area now. And taking a closer look, there's a question mark down there which is worth investigating. So let's clear out the mobs as usual. Here's another one of those spawn sunflowers. Now have a look at this. A new skill is sparked for Sahad. And what does Adol do? He goes in the wrong direction with that extra skill triggered here, but it does the job. That was quite funny, I thought. New location discovered. Chimney Rock.
Oh, what a beautiful view.
Some useful items. And I just had to squeeze up there between those huge tree trunks because I do like poking my nose in everywhere, just in case. So I really would like to get down there where there's the exclamation mark. So let's try that by wending our way down. And here we are, there's a sort of plateau at the end of the path. The map isn't clear as to whether we can actually get down to that exclamation mark. Hard to interpret. Let's have a look. After clearing out a bunch of hornets, there's our old friend Spoon, the aggressive sunflower again. Well, we do our best. I look forward to the day when I can dispatch that one with one fell swoop. But not yet, not today. And clever girl Laxia triggers a new skill, Eagle Lancer. It's a mechanism I've always loved, especially in saga games, for instance, the glimmer or sparking of a new skill in battle. The difference with saga being here in the East games that the skills are fixed according to your level, and you know which skill you are going to acquire at which level. It's obvious we need to be down there, but there is a big ledge. I tested with Laxia, but we cannot jump over that ledge. You can't in Ys 8, not those sorts of deep drops. So we need to find a way down there. We absolutely must. So I rush all the way up the hill again, and then all the way down the hill on the other side again. By the way, those dotted foot marks are remarkably helpful. We have finally arrived in the right area. Sahar just can't help himself. He wants to have another go at our remarkable friend Spoon. And I have a feeling, look, flashguard, I have a feeling we are getting better and managing to topple him more quickly now, without suffering too much HP damage either. The map tells us we must be really close now. Look at that. But where is it? We've gone past it. It's a mystery. Where is it hiding? Okay. It's a tree. Aha, examine. This is a truly majestic tree. I bet if we cut it down, it'd provide some good lumber to use for building. Don't you think this would be perfect for making a watchtower at the village? Yes, I agree. It's pretty clear now which exit we should choose. Laxia leads the way, and we go through this one. And we're back in familiar territory. You see that treasure chest on the map? It should be easily accessible. But, oh no, we are fighting here right on top of it. So it clearly can't be on this terrain level. It's got to be either lower down or higher up. I'm checking here. Nope. This is the exact spot. This is infuriating. At least Luxia levels up to 18. I'm stumped. I trek up higher again to see if I've missed anything, and that's crazy, D. I can't get any closer to the edge, not when my legs are shaking like this. What a spectacular canyon! It appears to divide the northern and southern regions of the Isle of Seiren. Wonder what's on the other side of that mountain, what's taking up the whole sky. I really hope we don't ever gotta go that way. We still need to search the eastern region. We can look for a route north later. The terrain is getting really quite tricky now. We need to squeeze our way through here, I think. And what do we have here? A Nespa, level 25, spiky, completely guarded with those spikes. I'm just sort of testing it. We can't make a dent in it. It won't take a scratch. What's more, it has hornets spawning when you attack it. You gotta know when you're hitting a stone or hornet wall and need to retire before it's too late. So we're basically stuck now. We can't go forward because of the Nespa. And, well, we could go back and explore the other areas further, but I just want to make sure there isn't some sneaky little route past a Nespa around it. What about up here? Well, at least there is a treasure chest. That's something. But we obviously cannot jump up that rock. That is not possible. You can see where we are here now, sort of at the top of what I would call almost a mountain pass that we need to get over to the other side. It doesn't seem to be possible at this moment. We need to explore more and find out how we can do it. Another look at the map tells us that we absolutely need to get past there because further south there's a big cross, meaning there's an obstacle we cannot get removed as yet because we don't have enough villagers. Up there's our main story destination. Okay, we just walked past it. But it looks like we're getting too far ahead of ourselves because we need to go back to do what the captain needs for his request. So sneaking past an Esper was ridiculously easy. Okay, so we need to focus on the task at hand, the captain's request. Back we go. So we're now down here, not far from that boulder. I don't think I'd ever seen this little side route before. Oh, Adol finally got some honey. Great stuff. But basically, we still need to backtrack, see where we are. I'm wondering, is there any way to get down to that beach that would be helpful? Oh, there's a couple of Nespa blocking our path. How about that? How do you get rid of these spiky creatures? And look at him hopping up and down behind them. taunting us. Oh, and there's a treasure chest behind. I really want to get through there. Look at him bobbing there, the little rascal. It's even marked on the map, the Nespa. I've about had it with that stone-hurling big flower guy. I'm gonna pull out Adol's light slashing extra skill. Sahad basically finishes him off and levels up to 18. Nice. And you can never have too much sturdy lumber. So we'll now try and find our way out through this exit. So we're now back in this area. I'm sure you've noticed I've done an awful lot of mob clearing out in between, but I'm not showing you all of that because it is, of course, a bit repetitive. It's fun if you're doing it yourself, but surely not as much fun just watching. And we're down on this familiar beach again. I'm still eyeing up those 2 treasure chest locations. I'm not giving up. Not having anything better to do, I mooch around a bit on the beach, and here's an interesting fight with one of the denizens. I sort of launch him and then manage to keep him up in the air, levitating him, attacking him, and that was heaps of fun. We had a camp already set up here in the cave. There isn't an awful lot of cooking, but a little bit of fish soup we can do. And then we rest in the tent, which has the highly beneficial effect of restoring absolutely everything. So we're refreshed for more action. As it turns out, we do discover something on the beach. A wreckage from the ship, which might be useful for the captain's watchtower. There's another treasure chest over on the left, which I've marked with the crosshairs, so we will be busy. All right, the materials Paro mentioned should be around here somewhere. I think he was talking about these rocks. Let's see, these rocks are rather dense and durable. I think these will do just fine. Guess that bird knew what he was talking about. At last we've scouted all 3 locations, but it's just like the captain said. Bringing all these materials back to the village is going to be very labour-intensive. Yeah, we gotta report this to the captain. Laxia just popped right out of the picture. Here's a neat feature of the map. On the left-hand side with the icons, you see one that you can access via the square button, and it gives you the floor level. This is helpful for trying to locate items such as treasure chests, which may be one level higher or lower. A woman, let's call out to... Why is she going in that cave? It's dangerous to go there alone. Let's chase after her. What's going on here? Where am I? Well, I'm just up from the beach, just following the river upstream a bit. And we have a bit of a mystery on our hands. Laxia is exploring cautiously. In we go.
Who'd have thunk there'd be a cave here?
Waterfall Grotto. What a find. Bit spooky, eh? This area is so dark. I feel as though I might slip and fall at any second. We might need a light source before we venture further. Jeez, this place gives me the willies. Once we find that lady, let's get the hell out of here. And they hear a prayer. Judging from her attire, she's a nun. What on earth is she doing? Were you passengers aboard the Lombardia? Asked Sister Nia. Luxia confirms. Adol explained the situation to Sister Nia. I see, so we're completely isolated from the rest of the world.
I am Sister Nia, servant of the church. Please allow me to assist you all.
Luxia wants to know why she came to such a dangerous place all by herself. Blessed be the fruit which ripens in times of tribulation, so says the Lord. I came here for this. The nun reveals a mushroom. You came in here for that? Asks Adol. That looks delicious. Indeed it does, and it's large enough to sate my hunger as well. My word, that's beside the point. You really should have gone somewhere less dangerous to forage for food. But by coming here, I was precisely where I needed to be so that you could save me. This is, without question, proof that the Lord has answered my prayers. Thanks be to God. If you say so. She's got some spunk for a nun. Adol called for Dogi and had him safely escort Nia to Castaway Village. So now we can name the region officially Great River Valley. It's another pretty large area. Did you see that large fish there? Of course, I have to investigate. The problem is finding a spot where you're allowed to take out your fishing rod and can throw it in. This is the only spot I could find where I could pull out my fishing rod and successfully drop the line in the water. But of course that fish is quite distant and it's really difficult to judge where to throw the line and how far. I must have spent something like half an hour trying to figure out how to do it, and I couldn't get that big fish. I figured that maybe I need some special skill or equipment and obviously need to come back in the future. But there's something else there, something sparkly that I'm trying to lure, and finally, after trying a long time, I get lucky. Wow! A treasure chest with a prismatic jewel. Now that's pretty valuable. You see, just a bit further along and you're not allowed to fish from there. There's only this one particular spot. Very curious. I try all along the riverbank, but nope, no dice. Instead, rounding that tree is our old friend Spone yet again. Oh yes. Oh, you can shake your head at me all you like. It's your last bloom. We got a lot of drops from that opponent. I tried the fishing rod everywhere, but no. Adol is clearing out here to try and reach the treasure chest, which provides us with a lightning amulet. Now that is pretty neat. The amulet resists paralysis. It doesn't completely prevent it, but it slows the accumulation, which could be really useful in certain circumstances against certain strong enemies. And a look at the skills. Yes, there's a new one for Sahad, Great Ram. Charge and tackle enemies with a defensive attack. It uses 25 SP, which is more than any of his other skills, but look at the individual attributes. It's a B for impact and a S rank for stun and a C plus for break. So our skills are getting higher quality, but we also need to level them up. And mine are still all at various stages of level 1. More monster bashing required. This is where we are now. I think we've explored a fair amount of territory so far. Let's try and head back down this hill, and let's speedo up and down the other side. We made it to the other side of the hill, and there should be a treasure chest close by, so I will attempt to find it. It is lurking down there. Luxia levels up to 19, and the chest contains sweet pepper times 5. So here we are, and here's the world map, and I'm just having a look around at all the various icons and tasks we still have to fulfill, what's waiting in which area. The map tells you so much. You don't actually often have to go into the quest menu, really only for more specific detail. As you saw, I opted to fast travel back to the village. I want Adol to report what we've done so far and see if that's enough. So here's Captain Barbaros. Looks like you've covered all the nearby areas. Do you think we can use the materials? Great news. All right, I'll talk to Dogi right now and get started. And so, under Captain Barbaros' direction, the job was underway. Materials were transported, compiled and prepped for assembly. Every member of Castaway Village, including Adol's exploration team, worked together to complete the job. After several nights of hard work, the watchtower was finally complete. Thank you for following along. I hope you'll join me for our next adventure.